This is Jonathan Forbes, a neurosurgeon and Air Force veteran, currently the assistant professor of neurosurgery at University of Cincinnati. Back in 2014, he was serving in Afghanistan as a neurosurgeon, and while running a humanitarian care mission, he came across this 10-year-old boy by the name of Abdul.
So this was a boy who saw a landmine and thought it was a toy and went to pick it up, and the landmine exploded.
The boy's original wounds and broken skull were repaired 5 years prior to Forbes meeting Abdul. This time, as Forbes explains, the titanium mesh put in place to recreate his skull had now become the problem.
The titanium mesh had eroded through his scalp.
Upon his return home from Afghanistan and his arrival here at UC, Forbes decided to take a closer look at 3D printing as a medical solution.
We wanted to build a program that would allow a surgeon in a developing country to go directly from the CT scan to a virtual model of a mold of the implant in a matter of seconds.
We were speaking to some surgeons and they said actually this might be more cost effective than using titanium sheets, which is what they use right now.
Alice Hsu is a UC medical student who took Forbes' medical challenge to UC engineers.
I think the main challenge here was to figure out how to analyze and manipulate the medical data which is coming from the CT scan of the patient.
And once that data is analyzed by the software they created, the 3D printer can get to work.
So this would be a one-piece mold where basically you just pack it in with your hand. This would be a two-piece mold where you fill it up. You pour the stuff in here and then you wait for it to cure and then you open it up.
Creating the replacement part of the skull to better protect the brain.
We want to develop this as a free software that folks can use around the world who cannot afford it.
Cosmetics are better. There's a lower risk of delayed wound complications like the 10-year-old boy experienced.
Now, the goal is to allow surgical teams to use a bare minimum computer and an off-the-shelf 3D printer to be able to create the skull parts, or at least the molds for them. The team at UC plans to have a final product available by this next summer.